In many circles, what I'm about to say isn't too contentious, but some people don't like it. And in particular, lawyers with general practices aren't going to like what I'm about to say. But for most relationship development strategies, it is useful, maybe not mandatory, but useful to have an idea of the kinds of clients that you want to actually be pursuing. That is, not in a salesy, spammy, sleazy, ambulance-chasing way, but pursuing in the sense of, these are the kinds of people I would like to meet, these are the kinds of people I get along with, these are the kinds of people I can demonstrate my expertise to in a way that will build their trust of me and my law firm. So, how are we going to do that? It might be defined fairly initially by your practice area. If you work exclusively in personal injuries, your clients may or may not be corporations. Unless they're insurance companies, the chances are they're going to be individuals. There's a starting point. If you work in commercial litigation, there's a good chance that your clients are going to be companies and businesses. If you work in construction law, and so on and so forth. So you can start there. That's part's easy, but it often helps to get a lot more granular. What sort of size company is your ideal client? How big are they? What sort of income does your person have? Are they likely to be a man or a woman? Are they likely to be employed or unemployed? Are they likely to go to church? Are they likely to believe anything? Are they likely to be living in a particular suburb? Are they likely to be not living in a particular suburb? And yes, there is a certain amount of stereotyping going on here, but that is the nature of defining a group of people. That's kind of what it is about. It doesn't mean every one of your clients will fall within the category of your ideal client. But what you want to essentially do is put yourself in the position of your client and think, okay, if this lawyer was ideal for me, here are the characteristics that they might have. I would always define it from the point of view of an individual, not from a corporation, because like I mentioned earlier, everything comes down to people in one form or another. So how are we going to go about doing it? The easiest way is to write what's called a client persona. And again, this isn't a rod for your back. This isn't something that's designed to constrain your marketing. It's just a helpful tool when it comes to the next sections. So who is your ideal client? Write a paragraph. So my ideal client might be Mary. Mary runs an online business from home. She has 2.4 kids. Her husband works as a professional, is generally supportive. Mary is keen to grow her business but isn't 100% sure how she can do it while continuing to manage her young kids. They're not yet at school age. She has no immediate family support and they need the income that her husband brings in at the moment in order to continue to pay their mortgage. Mary is competent. Mary is a former educated professional of some kind. You can fill in the blanks there if you like. Mary has plans to grow the business to maybe 5 or 10 employees, and ultimately wants to arrive at a position where she can be involved in strategic oversight, but remove herself from the day-to-day operations of the business. That is Mary. You might fill in anything else about Mary if you want. Some people like to go as far as hair color and height and what kind of clothes they wear and what suburb they live in and all sorts of other things. But have an idea. Now, it's important when you have an idea of what your client is like that you also include what they care about. What do they really want to achieve and what terrifies them so far as these things relate to what you can offer. Mary wants to grow her business. Mary is concerned about time management because this is going to inform how you can start to produce things and be valuable to people and how you can build rapport and trust with people like Mary. Okay? That is one example. Your job, your homework is to do that exercise. You may need to do it 2 or 3 times. You may need to come up with different categories of people, but it is an important starting point. Be as detailed as you want. Nobody's ever going to see this document, and this doesn't mean that you can only look after people like Mary, but it does mean that you will have an idea of who your ideal client is, which is going to be useful when we come to the next step.